Hey guys, I'm going to try to keep this down to like 1 minute. I'm in bed. I have committed myself to doing at least one video a day, and I was discussing last night's video with Victoria afterwards, after she saw it. Aren't I pleasant? Aren't I a dream? Look at those beautiful bags. Anyway, this is why I wear makeup. So I was talking to Victoria yesterday. I don't know if it's going to be a minute. After she saw the video, and she knows, she lived with me in the elephant, and she knows my life story, and so she gave me a few pointers, and I've been thinking about them. And today I'm driving along for Uber. This is okay. I'm gonna talk about Uber a little bit. Uber is a great opportunity for a lot of people, especially women, because there is such a great need for women drivers out there. A lot of the women I talk to that are in my back seat, they're all relieved, 100 across the board, 100% across the board. I'm sorry guys, but a lot of women have gone through some shit, and I know from my own personal experience. I know, like, I've heard stories from other women, and it is an important service. It's for a lot of women out there that is offered and available to them for many reasons. But to see a woman behind the wheel, I heard a story today that, yeah, I can understand why she's hesitant to get into a car. After hearing her story, I'm not going to be specific. Has no reflection on Uber. It was the driver himself and the actions he took. She wasn't harmed. It was a good ending, but I'm pretty sure that driver got banned afterwards for life. And I'll tell you my experience about Uber being banned for life. Not today, because it's a long one, but I was falsely accused of something, and you don't do that with me. I get a little, just on the principle. Just on the principle, I fought that one hard. But anyway, yeah, if anybody, if you're a man or a woman, anybody who's qualified to drive for Uber and you're looking for a little extra income, Jaeger just came in from outside. Anyway, I'm trying to keep it short. So, Victoria gave me some pointers, and I'm sitting there and I'm thinking about, how can I help people other than what I'm doing right now? And one of these things is doing a daily video, brief one. I prefer to do them live because I know eventually somebody's going to pop in and say hi or whatever, or ask a question. Yeah, so doing just a video and then editing it and all that stuff. I want you guys to see reality, and here it is. No makeup. It's February 25th oh, no, it's not. It's February 26th, day before voting. I was writing February 25th earlier. But anyway, so I do the live videos and then I download them, then I share them across wherever my social medias are, wherever I can. I prefer to keep it under 1 minute so that way I can, shoot it over to Instagram. But we all know I talk a little bit. Right, Jaeger? Yeah, don't give me that look. He doesn't know who I'm talking to. You say hi? You guys can see him. But anyway, there's Jaeger. So back to Uber. I want to help people. The intent is always with, helping people out, but I really need, again, talk to you about how to eat an elephant, my eBay store. This is what came to my mind while I was in my Uber driving around. Okay, let's start to why, what triggered me. My heat pump went on my car. That means I'm driving around with no heat in my car. It was basically the last straw in what was holding me back from doing videos and stuff like that and connecting with people the way I am. And yeah, so my heat pump went, which is not something that's very good for an Uber driver or somebody who's in my particular situation with financial responsibilities and obligations. I don't have the money for a heat pump. If I want to stay living in my house, I don't have the money for a heat pump, which means I get to drive in a cold car while I'm driving for Uber. My customers don't notice it because I've got the seat heaters on for them, and so they're toasty warm, but I'm gripping a cold steering wheel and my feet are getting cold while I'm driving, and it can get pretty, like, I did 3 hours today, this afternoon, during the day, 3 or 4 hours, can't remember. And by the time I stopped driving, like I shut the app off, my hands were so cold. And we're trying to figure out a solution, like people have sent me links to cigarette lighter heaters, space heaters. And I'm like, but Teslas don't have cigarette lighter things. They have USB ports, and I'm lucky I have those because the newer models don't even have those anymore. So I'm looking around for a solution. The only solution I can come up with is, until I can afford a heat pump, I have to drive afternoon short. the internet disconnected or something, I don't know. So I had to come up with a solution that will help me get a heat pump fast so I can work more hours, or and stay. Anyway, so I'm driving along and I'm thinking and it was between passengers, and I thought, hold on a second, I've got an eBay store that has a full inventory that would, with digital and physical, digital print-on-demand products and physical products that I mail out. I ship every day. That was part of my, when I go run errands, like stopping off at the post office, I flip Uber app on in between to see if I can catch any rides. Well, today I had a whole bunch of errands, and one of them, the last one, was washing my car and the mats in my car because it was just covered in salt. So it was around 2 o'clock by the time I finished my errands. So my car was, somewhat warm, except for the wet mats that I guess I should have vacuumed afterwards. I don't know. I forgot about that part. But yeah, so I'm thinking about my eBay store, and if you guys can just share it around, increase my sales that way. If you can help me that way, I need to create an extraordinary income. And a lot of it will depend on people helping me out by sharing, taking a look through my eBay store, talking about my eBay store, because this is my dream now. This is what I'm working on. They say you shouldn't talk about your goals, but I think if you guys have been around all these years and know my story and how I gotta catch a break somehow, some way, I want, pardon the term, but it's fuck off money for my mortgage. I want to get rid of this problem altogether so I never have to face it again in this capacity. And I know I have, between physical and digital products, I have more than enough money sitting there in retail inventory that I could not only, because I can't sell my Airbnbs. If somebody suggested that in the last video, they asked that, and I did the math. In the real estate market as it is right now, I would actually be in a worse position to sell my Airbnbs, because I would also be losing the income that came with them. Just like when I sold the RV, I lost the income that came with it. When I sold the Phoenix, I lost the income that came with it. And not only that, with my cleaners will have less income. My teams will have less income if I sell and I've always put my teams first. I know I can bust my hump and I can do this if I have help and cooperation and a lot of prayers from a lot of different people. And I'm asking you, as somebody who seems to be perpetually the underdog trying to get ahead, I'm asking you for your help, because and like those of you who have been around, I've taken a shit kicking from life, and I'm asking, and I'm not doing this, saying this out of pity, wanting pity or attention or anything, but I think, I really do think a lot. I think the eBay store is currently the solution to my problem, and being open and honest with everyone on Facebook, especially those that have been following me all these years and watching the videos and cheering me on and stuff like that. I think you all would agree with me on this one, that, and, I want to be that story where, has a really good, happy ending, and it's finally here. And I think I have a lot to give people by these videos, giving them hope and showing them that, yeah, you can go through some pretty rough shit and bounce out and still be happy and positive and caring for other people despite what people have done. I don't want to take the victim mentality. I am a survivor. But a lot of, I can always take the responsibility, not blame. I take the responsibility, and I trusted the wrong people in my world. But that doesn't count for the basement floods and hoarding disorder. And, well, okay, somewhere in some realm of thinking, I did choose my parents. But, I take responsibility for that. And I'm not asking for handouts here. I'm just asking for a little bit of help and cooperation. I will always provide something of value in my videos, and I hope it touches everyone in some way, in some positive form. And enough to say, hey, I know Sherry Kosher. I know Sherry Salt. I've been following, I know about the elephant. I've stood in the elephant. This is her story, and this is her saying, fuck off to the people, fuck you to the people that, and that's going to take money. And the only way I can do that is if I'm selling my stuff and I'm decluttering at the same time and chronicling this story and being committed to a daily video to give you some kind of vlog experience. And maybe, I know I have to let other people speak on that matter. Their experience around me and the stuff that I've manifested. But anyway, yeah. Uber was good today. We'll go back to Uber. It's just because that's a story in its own right, developing from the beginning. Well, almost the beginning. But yeah, if you're looking for work, and you're qualified to do so with your vehicle, or rent the vehicle. You can rent them. You just, be careful of the costs involved of those things. There, you can rent them through Uber. But hey, just making $100 just running errands this afternoon for 4 hours. That's not too bad. And that's with tips. Here's the story I wanted to share with you today. This is my funny story. So, before I change the topic, because you know how ADHD I can be. If you're looking for a side income, it's a great opportunity, especially for women, because we need more women's riders. And with Uber, you can actually women's drivers, you can actually filter it out to only serve female riders, female passengers, so you don't have to be concerned about your own personal safety. So on the flip side, if you want to support small business, I've taken enough Uber rides and talked to enough drivers over the years, knowing what a difference Uber makes in their lives. So please consider taking Uber. You are supporting your neighbors. You're supporting people like myself. These guys, they support their entire families with this kind of work. I met one Uber driver. His family was very challenged. He was sole supporter of his children. He had 3 children. He had custody of all 3. And Uber is how, he was working security guard and Uber so that he can support his family. I gave him a couple of tips that day with regards to reselling, like I do on eBay. So that way he could maybe consider that. If you're considering selling on eBay or any of the other platforms, eBay has been something I've been doing since 1998, actually, technically. There's a story there too, but anyway, eBay. If you're considering doing eBay or any of the other platforms, check out YouTube, look up reseller videos, look for the more seasoned ones. I don't have anything specific in my own repertoire for eBaying. That would have to be like a very long series of videos, and I don't know if I'm prepared for that. Anyway, so my story of the day. While I was out running errands, I do Too Good To Go to make ends meet, and also the environmental impact of, if you don't know what Too Good To Go is, it's Too Good To Go app, TOOGOOD, Now you can check that out, look it up. Sorry, I'm really itchy and I'm tired. Check that out. It's a great way to save money on pre-made meals and groceries and snacks and stuff like that. Check it out. So today, I had never experienced, they have different types of bags, and Metro, our local grocery store, is involved in this program. And so they just recently introduced the fish bags, which you saw me buy, and deli bags. Yeah, I did a video on YouTube about the fish bag. But anyway, so here we go with not keeping it short, keeping it short. It's not short. So they introduced deli bags a couple of weeks ago, and so I was really intrigued. And I'm not. Metro has this dynamic pricing now. I'm not as excited about buying from Metro as I was before. It's a different ballgame, and I don't feel it's fair to everyone. Dynamic pricing is, I'm not a fan. That's Jaeger growling there. He's just loving it. Anyway, so I ordered, I saw that there was a deli bag available at my local Metro, sorry. So I bought it. And I went, and part of my errands before I started Ubering was I went down to the grocery store and grabbed the deli bag, and I'm all excited because, it's going to be cheeses, it's going to be some cold cuts, it's going to be maybe some, deli salads. And now remember, gluten-free, keto. Like totally gluten-free. I can't even, I'll sample something, but I can't even eat a cracker because I can have some serious repercussions. Anyway, so I grabbed the deli bag, not even, like what in all of my imagination, I couldn't have thought of this. And it was fabulous. Like it was a big bag and it was fabulous. All of them, everything in the bag, everything. There was not a salad. Well, there was cold cuts to be seen. There was probably cheeses to be seen. I could not look closely enough because it was all sandwiches, all bread, fluffy onion buns and panini buns, all sandwiches loaded with gluten. My kids away, my housemates away. It's just me in the house. Can't really freeze these sandwiches, I don't think. So I'm looking at it, I'm going, what do I do with them all? So I came up with some ideas. I thought, I'm driving around from Uber after I clean my car. There's usually panhandlers on the streets where I live. I'll pass them sandwiches. Do you think I could find a single homeless person today? There wasn't. It was a beautiful day. Not a single homeless person on the streets. No rain, no snow. It was a gorgeous day, and absolutely not one single, even the homeless encampments. I could not find anybody. I saw like remnants of encampments, but no people. Were they all in the voting stations voting? I don't know. So I'm sitting here and I've got, I don't know, was it 4 paninis in one tray. I had 2 trays of those, so eight panini buns and 4 onion bun sandwiches, turkey sandwiches. Not a single homeless person around. All of a sudden. I thought, that's weird. Okay, so what do I do? I can give some to my neighbor. His wife just passed away. I thought I'd give him some. And then I thought, well, I know it's kind of weird, but maybe I should offer my Uber riders a sandwich. So I thought, okay, I'll leave the bag of sandwiches on my front seat and we'll see if I end up with anybody. And I'm driving around and I got this big, huge thing of sandwiches. And usually I aim my car to home when I don't have a ride and then just keep it on, keep the Uber app on and see if I get anybody. And I'm sitting at a red light, about to turn into my subdivision, and I get an alert for, I think it was $11 ride. And those don't happen often. And you don't always want to take them. So I look and I go, okay, well, all right, I'll take that one. We'll go for a little drive. And I pick her up. She's like half a block. She lives a half a block from my place. I got so close to getting home today. So I'm freezing already. Not too badly though. Because there's no heat pump in my car, remember? And then, yeah, that died yesterday. So she gets in my car and it's a 30-minute drive that I got ahead of me. And I go, you want a sandwich? She's like, what? I explained the situation to her that I'm, Yada went Too Good To Go, shared the app with her. Went got deli and it's all bread and I can't have bread. And she is like, no, thank you. I'm good. And I go, are you sure? Goes, no, thank you very much. Okay, so maybe it was a stupid idea. Maybe I really shouldn't be handing out sandwiches to my Uber passengers. So I drop her off in an area I prefer not to be driving, but it's harmless. It's industrial. It's all she was going to work in the afternoon. My heart goes out to her. So I pick up the next guy. 5 minutes after dropping her off, I pick up the next guy. He's just finishing work in that area. Awesome. So he gets in the car and I go, hey, you just finished work. Are you hungry? And he goes, no, not really. I had a big breakfast. And I go, look, dude, I got all these sandwiches here. I, again, repeat the story. And he goes, yeah, you know what? Maybe I'll take one for dinner tonight. I was just going to have a banana. And I go, here, take two. So he goes, that's so cool. I can't pay you for this. I go, I don't want you to pay me for this. I just need to get rid of these sandwiches. And so I drop him off at home, and I don't have my license for Toronto, so I shut Uber off when I can drop people off, but I can't pick people up from Toronto. Anyway, so drop him off, drive back into Mississauga. I'm again trying to hit home, and I pick up a girl. She's going shopping, so she's not interested in the sandwich, but told her about the Too Good To Go app. And then, so dropped her off, went to the next place, and it was our local muffler place. It's been in business forever and a day. I've done a lot of business with them over the years. They're my favorite place because they were the most affordable. And they did a good job. They did it right. Even the dealerships back in the day were referring business to these guys. Especially the dealership I worked for back then. Anyway, so this guy's just getting off of work, and he works in the muffler shop, and I got these 4 paninis sitting next to me, and I go, hey, you just finished work? Are you hungry? And I pass him. He's like, yeah, sure, I'll take them. And I pass him one of the 2 4-packs of paninis that were remaining. Still no homeless people around. Yeah, so he was pretty happy. He's going to share them with his buddies tomorrow. And then, so I've got 1 pack of paninis left. I come home. Eventually, I had another rider after that. That was the woman who was going grocery shopping, and she was so relieved and had the story from me about Uber and why she's very more comfortable having a woman driving for her. So anyway, I'm coming home, and I got that pack of paninis, and I got them all ready for my next door neighbor whose wife just passed away, and there's like 50 people walking out of his house, and I'm going, I think he's taken care of. So I still have a 4-pack of paninis. Trinity, if you watch this video, I hope you like paninis. There's a 4-pack there for you. But anyway, yeah, so I got bread in the house. These sandwiches are calling me. I can't have them. I can't have them. I cannot have them. I have to remind myself constantly I cannot have paninis. Bread, cake, cookies. I miss bread. Anyway, you guys go have yourselves a great night. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging in there. I still have no idea. I'm going to have to start setting a timer or something. I have no idea how long it's been. But thank you very much for everything. Please help me share, like, subscribe, share my eBay store, please. I know if I could sell everything out of my inventory quickly, that I would be able to just do that to these lenders who have, I could make that problem disappear almost overnight, kind of. It would take a lot of work for all that shipping and packing. But I know I can take care of that problem almost overnight if I have everybody on board and helping me with that. And I mean everyone. Like, I've got 902 followers apparently, plus all the subscribers and all the other pages. This is 902 just on Facebook. And if you guys, I know not all of you will do this, but, and not all of you are going to be watching this, but those that you do, please go to my Linktree, find one of your favorite links that I have, whether it be Heaven, the Griffin, eBay, one of my YouTube channels, Mobius Seed Organics, whatever it is. Pick one, pick them all. I don't care. Just share them with your friends. Talk to them with your friends. Let me be, please help me become that happy ending story where I can help more people. I know the more I talk, the more I'm on videos, the more people that are exposed to some of the stuff that I talk about, the more people I'm helping. And it's not just about me. And when you help me, you're not only helping me and my family, you're helping my teams and their families. You're helping me help my friends in many different ways. I try to support as much as I can. Please check out, there's a YouTube link in my Linktree for Mary Louise's Kitchen. Please support her. I want to see her have a really freaking happy retirement. She was she was a sole caregiver, or her and her husband were caregivers to her father. She was the one that actually made me aware of Alzheimer's, the signs of Alzheimer's, so I was able to notice them right away in my mom's behaviors. I really want to see. She's so close to her postal retirement. I started out with her. She's just a little bit ahead of me in the post office. When I had how many years would I have been by now? Oh, this would have been my 30th year if I was still there. So Mary's been in there about 32 years, 35 years. And I really want to see her YouTube channel monetized so that she can travel and she can come stay in heaven for the summer when she wants to. And, just give a girl a break. Anyway, she deserves some good rewards. So anyway, I gotta go. I gotta go to sleep. It's 10:50. I'm tired, and this video is a lot longer than I thought it would be. I wanted it to be, but it will be on YouTube. Facebook has a new policy now. They are taking live videos down after 30 days. So I will be moving this video over to YouTube on how to eat an elephant, and then I'll repost it here as a link. I love you guys. Sleep well tonight. I know I will. It's been a heck of a day. Help me get this heat pump. Help me flick off this mortgage like it's no problem whatsoever. It isn't a problem. Help me make this happy ending for a lot of people. Be really cool. Anyway, good night. I love you. Be good. Be kind. Be nice. Be respectful. And I'll come up with something tomorrow. Bye.